my name is Dekalaita and I will be showing you how to make grape leads today. These are my ingredients. So you have a cup of rice, garlic powder, dill, sour cream, minced garlic, hamburger, and grape leaves. So we will be using an Instant Pot today. So first you're going to put a cup of water in your Instant Pot, and then 1/4 of a cup of salt, and then a cup of rice. Next we're going to add a little shake of dill just to add a little flavor to the rice. And then you're just going to put your lid on. So now once you have your lid on, you're just going to press the rice button and it should do the rest for you. And so you just wait until your rice is cooked and we'll be back.
If you do not have an Instant Pot, you can still make rice. This is how I usually make rice, in a pot, or if I'm just not feeling up to using my Instant Pot. So I would usually just boil water and then put a cup of rice in your pot of water and then just let that roll to a hard boil for about like 10-15 minutes until it starts boiling a lot. And you can tell when it's done by just like tasting it. And then you can put some seasonings into your rice if you choose to, but it's totally fine to eat plain. And so once your water boils, you're going to put a lid on your pot and then just turn off the stove and then wait like 10 or 5 minutes. There should be no water left in your pot. The water should all be gone and your rice should be good to go. One step I forgot to mention is when you turn on your stove, you're just going to want to put it on medium heat.
While the rice is cooking, you can get your meats and mix in your seasonings. So next, you're just going to mix up your hamburger with your seasonings. And just make sure you wash your hands beforehand. And you're gonna add some garlic, and then you get all of it in there. And you're gonna add dill, and then salt and pepper. And for the seasonings, you're just gonna add 1.5 tablespoons of minced garlic, 2 tablespoons of dill, and then 1 tablespoon of salt and pepper. And then just mix it up with your hands. That's what I usually do. Just make sure that you get everything incorporated evenly and so it's all mixed up. So in a traditional Assyrian cooking, they usually use lamb, but me and my family usually just use beef because it's more accessible to us, and yeah. So now your rice should be cooled and it's from coming out of the Instant Pot, and so now you're just gonna add it to your hamburger. And just mix that up. Up so it's all combined. Okay, so once your rice and meat is all combined, you're just gonna take a big spoon and get your grape leaves ready. I already unfolded your grape leaves, my grape leaves, but usually they're just in a can. I'll show you that in a second. And this is the can that we usually get. There's different brands you can get, but these are just pickled grape leaves. And when you first get a jar of grape leaves, they come wrapped in, like, folded on top of each other. And so we usually just like put them on and they come with juice inside them, so we usually just put them on a paper towel and let them drain. And so now, since you have your grape leaves and your hamburger meat combined, you're just gonna take a spoonful. I usually do like just a little spoonful. Just put it in your hand. And you're just gonna set it in the middle of your grape leaf. And then you're just gonna start rolling. So when you roll, you wanna make sure that you tuck in the sides as you continue to roll your grape leaves, so nothing gets out, or like, just make sure it's all tight. And then you just transfer it to your baking dish. And then after that, you just repeat. And just like before, you're just gonna repeat your steps until you have a full pan of grape leaves. So you just take your meat, put it in the center, and then you're just gonna put it where the stem is, so right where the stem is. And then just roll, and then just, again, make sure to tuck in the sides while you roll so nothing falls out. And then just repeat. Now, I learned how to make grape leaves from my grandma, and I love making them because they just remind me of her and just what she used to do with me when I was a kid. If you wanted to make more of them, you could just use a whole can of grape leaves. You'll just need a lot more hamburger and rice. And you can add a little bit more filling if you have a bigger leaf. It just depends on the size, how much filling you like in your grape leaves. It's really just up to you. And they stick together a lot, so you just have to really make sure that you separate all your leaves and make sure that it's just really flat so you don't mess up anything. Okay, once you have your pan full of grape leaves, you're just gonna put foil on top, and then you're just gonna put your grape leaves in a preheated oven at 350 for an hour. Okay, so they just came out of the oven, so you can wait for them to cool for a little bit, and then once they're cool, you can just eat them as is or make a sauce for them. We usually make a sauce because it just tastes better, in my opinion, with them. So we use a tub of a whole thing of sour cream, and then we add 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. And then 2 tablespoons of dill. Yep, so I'm just adding more dill. Their family really likes dill. And then just mix it. I'll show you mixing it. Mix it up. So yeah, this is how I usually eat them. Just put 1 or 2 on the plate, and then just put the sauce on top. and enjoy. I feel like grape leaves get a bad rap, no pun intended. Thank you for listening. I hope this helped you, and now you know how to make grape leaves in the future.